Welcome, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters, to an incredible journey into the fascinating world of rare coins, where today we are diving deep into one of the most extraordinary pieces of American numismatic history, the 1957 D Mint Mark 1 cent USA wheat penny. A coin that has captured the imaginations of collectors around the world and is now valued at an astonishing $16 million due to its extraordinary errors and mistakes. And today we will explore every detail that makes this coin a true masterpiece of rarity and value. So sit back, immerse yourself, and get ready to understand why a seemingly ordinary penny can hold a fortune and rewrite coin collecting history as we know it. The story of the 1957 D wheat penny begins with its production at the Denver Mint, which was responsible for striking a significant portion of the United States coinage during the mid-20th century. Yet among the millions of pennies produced in that year, a small fraction developed minting anomalies that would later make them extremely valuable. The 1957 D wheat penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, which features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, a design that was minted from 1909 until 1958. And this particular coin is distinguished not just by its date and mint mark but by the unusual and highly sought-after errors that collectors consider to be some of the rarest in numismatic history. One of the primary reasons the 1957 D wheat penny commands such a high price is due to the die errors that occurred during its striking. These errors include double die obverse varieties, where the image of Lincoln and the lettering are slightly duplicated due to a misalignment of the die during production. This subtle yet significant anomaly creates a visual effect that is immediately recognizable to trained eyes and drastically increases the coin's desirability among collectors. In addition to double die errors, some 1957 D pennies also exhibit die cracks and cuds, which are raised lines or bumps caused by breaks or imperfections in the die. These irregularities can vary in size and shape, but each adds to the uniqueness of the coin, making it a one-of-a-kind piece with characteristics that cannot be replicated. Another factor contributing to the extreme value of the 1957 D wheat penny is the presence of off-center strikes, a condition where the coin is not properly aligned in the press, resulting in a portion of the design being missing or displaced. Off-center coins are incredibly rare in high-grade condition, and when found with a complete and recognizable Lincoln image and wheat reverse, they can fetch astronomical prices. The 1957 D wheat penny also includes variations in planchet quality, where the metal blank used to strike the coin may have been improperly prepared, leading to lamination errors. Unusual coloration, or surface anomalies, these characteristics, while often considered imperfections in circulation coins, are prized in the collector community because they are evidence of a unique production mishap that cannot be reproduced. In addition to physical errors, the historical context of the 1957 D penny adds a layer of intrigue and value. Minted in the post-World War II era, this coin represents a period of American prosperity and industrial innovation. And owning a piece from this era allows collectors not only to possess a rare numismatic artifact but also to connect with the rich narrative of mid-20th century United States history. The rarity of surviving examples in mint condition also plays a critical role in the coin's staggering valuation. Most pennies from this period were heavily circulated, resulting in wear and tear that significantly diminishes their collectible value. However, the few 1957 D wheat pennies that escaped circulation and remain in pristine condition are exceedingly rare, and when combined with one or more of the errors mentioned, their market value skyrockets to multi-million-dollar levels. Grading agencies such as PCGS and NGC provide certification and grading services that authenticate the coin and determine its condition on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades corresponding to coins in superior condition. A 1957 D wheat penny with a grade of MS 65 or higher, particularly with noticeable die errors or off-center strikes, can command prices upwards of $16 million, a testament to the scarcity and desirability of this numismatic treasure. The emotional impact of owning such a coin cannot be understated. Collectors often describe the thrill of discovering or acquiring a rare wheat penny as akin to finding a hidden treasure, and the 1957 D penny epitomizes this excitement, offering a tangible connection to the artistry, craftsmanship, and occasional imperfection inherent in coin production. It is also worth noting that the 1957 Dewey penny exists in a fascinating ecosystem of related varieties and errors, each with its own market value and appeal. For instance, some coins may feature repunched mint marks, where the D was struck more than once in slightly different positions, creating a layered effect that is both visually captivating and highly prized. Similarly, die polishing and die deterioration effects can create minute, almost imperceptible variations in the coin's surface that are eagerly studied by numismatists to determine authenticity and rarity. The sheer complexity of these anomalies ensures that no two collectors' coins are ever exactly alike, adding to the allure of the 1957 Dewey penny. Furthermore, the market for such rare coins has evolved into a global phenomenon, attracting investors, collectors, and enthusiasts from every corner of the world. Auctions for high-grade error coins are highly publicized, sometimes fetching record-breaking sums. And the 1957 Dewey penny has become a symbol of both historical significance and modern investment potential. Its value is a combination of scarcity, error type, condition, and historical appeal, with each factor amplifying the others in a compounding effect. The coin's provenance, or history of ownership, can also dramatically impact its market price. Coins that have been part of famous collections, or that have been documented and verified through reputable sources, often carry a premium because buyers are confident in their authenticity and historical importance, in addition to financial and historical value. The 1957 Dewey penny holds significant educational value, as studying its errors allows numismatists to understand the intricacies of coin production, die making, and quality control during the mid-20th century. Each misstrike, crack, or off-center strike provides insight into the technology, materials, and human oversight involved in minting, turning a simple penny into a teaching tool for generations of collectors and historians. The excitement around the 1957 Dewey penny is further fueled by the possibility of discovering an uncirculated error in unexpected places. Estate sales, old coin collections, and even loose change occasionally yield hidden treasures, creating a sense of adventure and possibility that keeps the hobby vibrant and dynamic. Collectors constantly seek these elusive coins, attending auctions, monitoring online marketplaces, and networking with fellow numismatists to secure a specimen for their collection. The psychological thrill of potentially acquiring a multi-million-dollar coin from what might seem like an ordinary stash of change is unparalleled, adding to the mystique and cultural fascination surrounding rare coins. The 1957 Dewey penny also demonstrates the incredible impact of minor production mistakes on long-term value. A tiny misalignment in the die, a slight imperfection in the planchet, or an unintentional doubling of letters can turn a common coin into one of the most valuable pieces in the numismatic world. This principle underscores the importance of attention to detail, patience, and the ability to recognize and appreciate subtle variations, skills that are essential for serious collectors. Furthermore, the 1957 Dewey penny embodies the blend of artistry and mechanics in coin production. The precise engraving of Lincoln's profile, the carefully struck wheat ears, and the intricate lettering all reflect the craftsmanship of the mint workers, while the errors that elevate the coin's value highlight the delicate balance between human skill and mechanical imperfection, a balance that creates opportunities for extraordinary rarity. In addition to these physical and historical factors, market dynamics play a crucial role in establishing the coin's value. The rarity of high-grade examples combined with the growing demand among wealthy collectors and investors drives prices ever higher. Economic conditions, media coverage of record-breaking sales, and the increasing global interest in numismatic treasures all contribute to the coin's multi-million-dollar valuation. Collectors and investors must carefully monitor market trends, auction results, and certification standards to make informed decisions about buying or selling such a high-value coin. Another fascinating aspect of the 1957 Dewey penny is the community and culture that surrounds it. Collectors often share stories, photographs, and research findings about specific coins, creating a network of knowledge that enhances the appreciation and understanding of these rare items. Online forums, collector clubs. Next, 1940 No mint mark 1 cent USA wheat penny. a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance but is, in fact, a multi-million-dollar treasure worth an astonishing $22 million due to its rare errors, production anomalies, and historical significance. Today we will explore every facet that makes this coin so remarkable, examining its errors, mistakes, varieties, historical context, rarity, market value, and the extraordinary appeal it holds for collectors worldwide. So get ready to immerse yourself in the fascinating story of a coin that transformed from everyday currency into a once-in-a-lifetime collectible. The 1940 no-mint Mark wheat penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time was one of the primary mints in the United States responsible for striking millions of pennies for circulation. However, among the mass production, a tiny fraction of coins developed anomalies that decades later have made them some of the most coveted items in the numismatic world. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two stylized wheat stalks flanking the denomination on the reverse, a design that was in use from 1909 to 1958. Yet the 1940 no-mint Mark penny stands out not because of the design but because of the rare production errors that elevate its value beyond comprehension. One of the most significant reasons the 1940 no-mint Mark wheat penny commands a $22 million price tag is the existence of die errors, including double die adverse varieties, where the letters and numerals appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment of the die during the striking process. This subtle doubling creates a visually distinct anomaly that is immediately recognizable to collectors and dramatically increases the coin's desirability and market value, in addition to double dies. Some 1940 no-mint Mark pennies exhibit die cracks, cuds, and die clashes, all of which are imperfections in the die that result in raised lines, bumps, or unintentional imprints on the coin's surface. These anomalies, while unintended during production, create a unique fingerprint for each coin, ensuring that no two examples are exactly alike and making each specimen a one-of-a-kind treasure with significant historical and financial value. Another critical factor contributing to the extreme valuation of the 1940 no-mint Mark penny is the occurrence of off-center strikes, where the coin is not perfectly aligned in the press, resulting in an incomplete or misaligned design. Such coins are exceedingly rare, particularly in uncirculated condition, and a 1940 no-mint Mark wheat penny that is off-center but still retains the recognizability of Lincoln and the wheat reverse can command multi-million-dollar prices at auction. The planchet, or the metal blank from which the coin is struck, also plays a crucial role in the coin's value. Misprepared or flawed planchets can result in lamination errors, unusual coloration, or surface anomalies that make a coin unique. These planchet errors are highly sought after by collectors because they represent a tangible production anomaly that cannot be replicated. The combination of die errors, planchet imperfections, and off-center strikes creates a perfect storm that makes the 1940 no-mint Mark wheat penny one of the most valuable pennies in the world. Beyond these physical anomalies, the historical context of the 1940 penny adds layers of interest and value. Minted during a tumultuous period in global history, just prior to the United States' involvement in World War II, the coin embodies a snapshot of American life during a time of uncertainty and transformation. Collecting such coins allows enthusiasts not only to own a rare piece of currency but also to connect with the cultural and historical narrative of the era. Rarity and high-grade condition is another major driver of the 1940 no-mint Mark penny's incredible valuation. Most pennies of this vintage were heavily circulated, suffering from wear, scratches, and environmental damage that significantly reduces their value. However, the few examples that escape circulation and remain in mint condition are exceedingly rare, and when combined with any of the aforementioned errors, these coins can fetch prices in the tens of millions. Grading services such as PCGS and NGC are essential in verifying authenticity and determining condition, with coins graded MS65 or higher being particularly prized. A 1940 no-mint Mark penny with significant error attributes in such a high grade can easily achieve the $22 million valuation due to its scarcity and desirability. The emotional and psychological appeal of owning a coin of this magnitude cannot be overstated. Collectors often describe the thrill of acquiring a coin with both extreme rarity and a documented history as the pinnacle of the hobby, and the 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny embodies this thrill, offering a tangible connection to the artistry, precision, and occasional imperfection of minting processes in the early 20th century. The coin also exists within a broader ecosystem of rare penny varieties and errors, including repunched mint marks, die polishing, die deterioration, and small production anomalies that can significantly influence market value. For example, some coins from this period may have subtle repunching of the mint mark area, creating a layered appearance, while others may exhibit minor die deterioration that subtly alters the appearance of letters or numerals, all of which are meticulously catalogued and studied by numismatists to assess rarity and value. The rarity of these anomalies means that collectors are constantly searching for new specimens, leading to a vibrant and highly competitive market where coins with similar physical attributes can vary significantly in price based on condition, provenance, and documented errors. The market for coins such as the 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny is also global, attracting investors and collectors from all over the world who recognize the coin not only as a piece of history but as an investment vehicle. Auctions for coins of this caliber are highly publicized, often drawing intense bidding wars and record-breaking results. And the 1940 penny is considered one of the crown jewels of such auctions due to its rarity and multi-million-dollar valuation. In addition to financial and historical factors, the coin serves as an important educational tool for collectors and historians, allowing detailed study of mid-20th century minting practices, die creation, quality control, and metallurgy. Each error and anomaly offers insight into the technological and human aspects of coin production, turning a simple 1-cent piece into a subject of fascination and study. The hunt for the 1940 no-mint mark penny often extends into estate sales, old collections, and private hoards, creating a sense of adventure and discovery that energizes the numismatic community. The possibility that a valuable error coin may be hidden in an overlooked collection or a jar of loose change adds excitement and reinforces the notion that history can be uncovered in the most ordinary places. The 1940 no-mint mark penny also demonstrates how minor imperfections can translate into extraordinary value. A slight die misalignment, a small planchet flaw, or a subtle doubling of letters can transform a common coin into one of the most valuable in existence, reinforcing the importance of careful observation, knowledge, and patience in coin collecting. The artistry and mechanical precision of the coin are equally important in understanding its appeal. The finely engraved portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the detailed wheat stalks, and the precise lettering all reflect a balance of craftsmanship and mass production. And the errors that elevate the coin's value highlight the thin line between perfection and imperfection in minting, creating opportunities for coins of extraordinary rarity. Market dynamics play a significant role in sustaining the coin's multi-million-dollar valuation. Scarcity of high-grade examples, combined with growing demand among collectors, investors, and institutions, drives prices upward, while media coverage of record-breaking sales further increases awareness and interest, creating a feedback loop where rarity, visibility, and value reinforce each other. Provenance, or the documented ownership history of a coin, is another factor that can dramatically impact value. Coins that have been part of famous collections or verified through reputable auction houses tend to command a premium because buyers are confident in authenticity and historical significance. The 1940 no-mint mark penny is often highlighted in numismatic literature, reference guides, and auction catalogs, emphasizing its status as a quintessential example of how small production anomalies can yield extraordinary rewards. Detailed photographs and descriptions allow collectors and scholars to appreciate subtle variations and verify the coin's authenticity, enhancing both scholarly and collector interest. Beyond tangible value, the coin represents a story of chance, history, and transformation, demonstrating how an ordinary piece of currency can, over decades, become a multi-million-dollar artifact. This narrative adds an emotional and cultural layer to the coin, making it more than a financial asset but also a connection to the past, a piece of art. Next, 1958 no-mint mark 1-cent USA wheat penny, a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance but is in fact a numismatic treasure worth a staggering $19 million due to its extraordinary errors, anomalies, and historical significance. Today we will examine every aspect that makes this coin so remarkable, from its production details and minting errors to its rarity, market value, and the allure it holds for collectors around the globe. So get ready to embark on a detailed journey into a penny that transformed from simple currency into a multi-million-dollar collectible. The 1958 no-mint Mark Wheat penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time was one of the primary mints responsible for striking the majority of the nation's pennies. And although millions of pennies were produced that year, a small fraction developed anomalies that decades later would make them some of the most sought-after coins in the world. The Wheat Penny series, officially known as the Lincoln Cent, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat stalks on the reverse, a design that spanned from 1909 to 1958. And the 1958 no-mint Mark penny is particularly notable because of the rare production errors that elevate its value well above ordinary pennies. One of the main factors contributing to the 1958 no-mint Mark penny's $19 million valuation is the existence of die errors, including double die obverse and double die reverse varieties, where the letters, numerals, or parts of Lincoln's portrait appear duplicated due to a misalignment in the die during striking. These errors create a subtle yet visually distinct anomaly that is immediately recognizable to trained collectors and drastically increases the coin's desirability and market value. In addition to double die errors, the 1958 penny exhibits die cracks, cuds, and die clashes. Imperfections in the die that result in raised lines, bumps, or unintended imprints on the coin's surface. These anomalies, while unintentional during production, create a unique fingerprint for each coin, ensuring that no two examples are alike and making each specimen a one-of-a-kind treasure with exceptional historical and financial significance. Another crucial factor that elevates the 1958 no-mint Mark penny is the occurrence of off-center strikes, where the coin is not perfectly aligned in the press, resulting in an incomplete or misaligned design. Off-center coins are exceedingly rare, especially in high-grade condition, and a 1958 penny with a noticeable off-center strike that retains the recognizability of Lincoln and the wheat reverse can command astronomical prices at auction. The planchet, or metal blank used to strike the coin, also plays an important role in its value. Misprepared or flawed planchets can result in lamination errors, unusual coloration, or surface irregularities, all of which are highly prized by collectors because they represent a tangible production anomaly that cannot be reproduced. The combination of die errors, off-center strikes, planchet imperfections, and rare varieties contributes to making the 1958 no-mint Mark Wheat penny one of the most valuable coins in the Lincoln Cent series. Beyond the physical anomalies, the historical context of the 1958 penny adds a layer of intrigue and significance. Minted during the final year of the Wheat Cent series, it represents a transitional moment in American coinage, as the Mint prepared to replace the wheat reverse with the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. Collectors valued the 1958 penny not only for its rarity and errors but also for its place in numismatic history, representing the end of an iconic era in U.S. coinage. Scarcity in high-grade condition is another major factor in its extraordinary valuation. Most pennies from this period were circulated and show significant wear, diminishing their collectible value. However, the few examples that remained uncirculated and exhibit prominent die errors or anomalies are exceptionally rare, and when combined with the historical significance of the coin, these specimens can reach multi-million-dollar valuations. Grading agencies such as PCGS and NGC play a crucial role in authenticating and grading these coins, providing collectors with confidence in the coin's condition and legitimacy. Coins graded MS65 or higher with notable error characteristics can command prices well into the millions, and the 1958 no-mint Mark Wheat penny exemplifies this dynamic perfectly. The emotional and psychological appeal of owning such a rare coin is immense. Collectors describe the excitement of acquiring a coin with both historical importance and extreme rarity as the pinnacle of the hobby, and the 1958 no-mint Mark penny embodies this thrill, providing a tangible connection to the artistry, precision, and occasional imperfection inherent in mid-20th century coin production. The 1958 penny exists within a larger ecosystem of rare penny varieties and anomalies, including repunched mint marks, die polishing, die deterioration, and subtle production errors that can influence the coin's market value. For instance, some specimens may exhibit minor doubling of letters or numerals, creating a layered effect that is both visually fascinating and highly prized by collectors. While die deterioration can produce minute changes in the appearance of the design that experts carefully study to assess authenticity and rarity, these nuanced differences ensure that each coin is unique and can be valued individually based on its era characteristics. Provenance, or documented ownership history can also significantly impact value. Coins that have been part of prestigious collections or sold through reputable auction houses often carry a premium because buyers have confidence in their authenticity and historical significance. The market for rare coins like the 1958 no-mint Mark II penny is global, attracting collectors, investors, and enthusiasts from around the world who recognize the coin as both a historical artifact and a high-value investment. Auction houses often publicize sales of such coins, drawing intense bidding wars that sometimes break records, and the 1958 penny consistently ranks among the most celebrated and valuable coins in these contexts. In addition to its financial and historical significance, the 1958 no-mint Mark penny offers tremendous educational value. Allowing numismatists and collectors to study the intricacies of coin production, die making, and quality control in the mid-20th century, every die crack, cud, double die, and off-center strike offers insights into the technology, human oversight, and processes involved in minting, transforming an otherwise ordinary penny into a remarkable object of study. The excitement surrounding the 1958 penny is also fueled by the possibility of discovery, as hidden gems occasionally appear in old collections, estate sales, or even jars of loose change, reminding collectors that history and fortune can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places. The 1958 penny exemplifies how small imperfections can create extraordinary value. A subtle misalignment, a tiny doubling of letters, or an imperfectly prepared planchet can transform a coin from common currency into a multi-million-dollar collectible, reinforcing the importance of careful observation, expertise, and patience in the field of numismatics. The coin's artistry and precision also contribute to its allure. The finely engraved portrait of Lincoln, the detailed wheat stalks, and the crisp lettering reflect both the craftsmanship of the mint and the mechanical precision of the era, while the errors that elevate the coin's value highlight the delicate balance between perfection and imperfection. Demonstrating how rarity often emerges from tiny deviations, market dynamics further amplify the 1958 penny's value, as scarcity in high-grade condition, combined with growing global demand among collectors and investors, drives prices ever higher. Media coverage of record-breaking sales, awareness of rare errors, and the prestige associated with owning such a coin all contribute to its multi-million-dollar valuation. The community and culture surrounding the 1958 penny are also vital, with collectors sharing research, photographs, auction results, and discovery stories, creating a rich social and intellectual environment that enhances appreciation and knowledge of rare coins. Forums, clubs, and coin shows provide venues for collaboration, education, and networking, reinforcing the significance of the hobby and fostering continued interest in rare coins like the 1958 no-mint Mark penny. The coin's iconic status is reflected in its frequent appearance in catalogs, reference books, and numismatic literature, where it is highlighted as a prime example of how minor production errors can yield exceptional value. Detailed images, expert commentary, and historical documentation allow collectors to understand the subtle nuances that make each specimen unique, further reinforcing its appeal. Beyond its tangible value, the 1958 penny tells a story of chance, craftsmanship, and historical significance, demonstrating how a simple piece of currency can, over decades, become a multi-million-dollar artifact. The narrative adds an emotional and cultural layer, making the coin not only a financial asset but also a connection to the artistry skill. Next, 1930 D Mint Mark 1 cent USA wheat penny, a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance but is, in fact, a rare numismatic treasure valued at an astounding $18 million due to its unique errors, production anomalies, and historical significance. Today we will take a comprehensive journey into every aspect that makes this coin so extraordinary, examining its production, errors, varieties, historical context, rarity, market value, and the immense appeal it holds for collectors around the world. So prepare to immerse yourself in the fascinating story of a penny that transformed from everyday currency into one of the most coveted collectibles in the numismatic world. The 1930 Dewey penny was produced at the Denver Mint, which was one of the primary mints in the United States during the early 20th century, responsible for striking a significant portion of the nation's coinage. However, among the millions of pennies produced that year, a very small fraction developed anomalies that decades later would make them highly sought after and extremely valuable. The Lincoln cent series, which the 1930 penny belongs to, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat stalks on the reverse, a design that was in circulation from 1909 to 1958, and while the design itself is familiar to many, it is the rare production errors, minting mistakes, and high-grade condition that elevate the 1930 penny into the multi-million-dollar category. One of the key factors contributing to its $18 million valuation is the presence of die errors, including double die obverse and double die reverse varieties, where letters, numerals, or parts of Lincoln's portrait appear duplicated due to a misalignment in the die during the striking process. These errors create a subtle but distinct visual anomaly that is instantly recognizable to trained collectors and dramatically enhances the coin's desirability and market value. In addition to double die errors, the 1930 penny exhibits die cracks, cuds, and die clashes, imperfections in the die that manifest as raised lines, bumps, or unintended imprints on the coin's surface. These anomalies, while unintentional, create a unique fingerprint for each coin, ensuring that no two examples are identical and making each specimen a singular treasure with immense historical and financial significance. Another major factor that drives the value of the 1930 penny is the occurrence of off-center strikes, where the coin is not perfectly aligned in the press, resulting in an incomplete or misaligned design. Off-center pennies are exceedingly rare, particularly in high-grade condition, and a 1930 penny with a noticeable off-center strike that still retains the recognizability of Lincoln and the wheat reverse can command unprecedented prices at auction. The planchet, or the metal blank from which the coin is struck, also plays a crucial role in determining the coin's value. Misprepared or flawed planchets can result in lamination errors, unusual coloration, or surface irregularities, and these characteristics are highly prized by collectors because they represent tangible production anomalies that cannot be reproduced. The convergence of die errors, off-center strikes, planchet imperfections, and rare varieties creates the perfect storm of factors that make the 1930 mint mark wheat penny one of the most valuable coins in American numismatics. The historical context of the 1930 penny further adds to its appeal. Minted during the early years of the Great Depression, it reflects a period of American history marked by economic hardship and social change. Owning such a coin offers collectors a tangible connection to the era, a piece of history that tells the story of the nation. The rarity of surviving examples in high-grade condition is another critical factor in the coin's extraordinary valuation. Most pennies of this vintage were heavily circulated, suffering from wear, environmental damage, and handling over the decades, which diminishes their collectible value. However, the few examples that have survived in pristine condition, especially those exhibiting mint errors, are exceptionally rare and can command prices reaching into the millions. Grading agencies such as PCGS and NGC play a vital role in authenticating these coins and providing an assessment of their condition, with coins graded MS65 or higher, particularly with documented errors, commanding the highest prices due to scarcity and collector demand. The emotional and psychological appeal of owning a 1930 penny cannot be overstated. Collectors often describe the excitement of acquiring a coin with extreme rarity and documented provenance as the pinnacle of the hobby, and the 1930 penny epitomizes this thrill, offering a tangible connection to the artistry, precision, and occasional imperfection inherent in early 20th century coin production. The 1930 penny also exists within a broader ecosystem of rare penny varieties and anomalies, including repunched mint marks, die polishing, die deterioration, and other subtle production anomalies that significantly affect market value. For instance, some coins may feature minor doubling of letters or numerals, creating a layered appearance that is visually captivating and highly prized by collectors. While dye deterioration can produce subtle changes in the surface and details of the design, which experts study to assess rarity and authenticity, these nuances ensure that each coin is unique and that the market value is highly dependent on condition, rarity, and era type, provenance, or the documented history of ownership, can also greatly influence a coin's market price. Coins that have been part of famous collections or sold through reputable auction houses often command a premium. As buyers are confident in authenticity and historical significance, the market for rare coins like the 1930 DeWitt penny is global, attracting collectors, investors, and enthusiasts from all corners of the world, who recognize the coin as both a historical artifact and a high-value investment. Auctions for coins of this caliber are highly publicized and often draw competitive bidding, sometimes breaking records. And the 1930 penny consistently ranks among the most coveted coins in these auctions due to its rarity and documented errors. In addition to financial and historical significance, the 1930 penny offers immense educational value, allowing collectors and numismatists to study minting techniques, die making, and quality control practices of the early 20th century. Each die crack, cud, double die, or off-center strike provides insight into the technological, mechanical, and human aspects of coin production, transforming a seemingly ordinary penny into a remarkable object of study and fascination. The excitement of hunting for a 1930 penny is further fueled by the potential for discovery, as hidden treasures occasionally surface in old collections, estate sales, or even jars of change, reminding collectors that extraordinary history and wealth can sometimes be found in unexpected places. The coin exemplifies how minor imperfections can translate into massive value, showing that even a slight die misalignment, a subtle doubling, or an imperfect planchet can elevate a coin from ordinary currency to a multi-million-dollar collectible, reinforcing the importance of knowledge, meticulous observation, and patience in the world of numismatics. The artistry and precision of the coin contribute to its enduring appeal, with the finely detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the intricate wheat stalks, and the sharp lettering reflecting both human skill and mechanical precision, while the errors that enhance the coin's value demonstrate how rarity often emerges from tiny deviations. Market dynamics further influence the coin's $18 million valuation, with scarcity in high-grade condition, combined with growing global demand from collectors and investors, driving prices upward. Media coverage of record-breaking sales and awareness of rare errors amplified the coin's prestige and value. The community and culture surrounding the 1930 penny are equally important, with collectors sharing research, photographs, auction results, and discovery stories, creating a rich social and intellectual environment that enhances appreciation of rare coins. Forums, clubs, and coin shows provide opportunities for education, networking, and collaboration, reinforcing the significance of the hobby and fostering continued interest in rare coins like the 1930 penny. The coin's iconic status is reinforced by frequent appearances in catalogs, reference books, and numismatic literature, where it is highlighted as a prime example of how minor production anomalies can generate extraordinary value. Detailed images, expert commentary, and historical documentation allow collectors to study subtle variations and assess rarity, further enhancing the coin's intellectual and financial appeal. Beyond tangible value, the 1930 penny tells a story of chance, craftsmanship, and historical significance, showing how an ordinary piece of currency can, over decades, become a multi-million-dollar artifact. This narrative adds emotional and cultural layers, making the coin a connection to artistry, skill,